I've made 2 videos on this channel so far about loneliness. The first one was many years ago when I was going through quite a tough time during college and sixth form and really struggling to connect with people. The second was when I was going through a similar experience during university. Now here we are. I have felt quite lonely for a while now, and it's not something that I've admitted to myself, and it's something that I've hidden from myself in my life for quite some time. So I'm addressing it. I'm going to be quite vulnerable and honest, and I'm quite nervous to make this video and to talk about my feelings, but I'm making this video because I think there's relatability here. And maybe by me speaking about my experience, someone watching this might have gone through something similar and we can start a conversation about it. I'm a very curious person. I love asking questions. I love talking about people's feelings and what they've got going on in their lives and delving deep into those experiences. I love learning things. I love looking at different Wikipedia articles and stories and really embedding myself into a world that isn't mine, because I am scared to ask those same questions to myself. That curiosity folds into my love of fiction, folds into my love of stories, video games and film and TV and Dungeons and Dragons and everything. I'm a big nerd. I'm a big nerd because I love narratives and frameworks and guides and systems. I look at things quite analytically, and when I do that, I find that I have distanced myself from reality and from community and from building that connection. My favorite TV show of all time is Community, and I often watch that show with envy and with jealousy over to that group of lovable misfits. Anyway, I felt myself slipping into becoming an observer role in my own life, looking at things, analyzing things, asking questions, but never actually answering those things for myself and looking at my own situation and ignoring it. That distance has made things comfortable for myself. The truth is, it's safe in my bubble that I've created for myself, and it's safe to be a curious-minded and observant one, but never to be a active one, and to simply watch and wait. That realization has been incredibly tough and sad, but I almost feel good having said that. I think the awareness thing is the first step, right? Like, now I feel able to move and tackle exactly what I just said. I feel like that is quite self-inflicted. I feel like there is external contributing factors to that, and there's wider trends in the world that have led to a generation of, high loneliness percentages. And actually, Georgie Cox, the founder of Beluga Pods, has some very interesting things to say on that.
Hi, my name's Georgie Cox, and I'm the founder of Beluga Pods. We are tackling loneliness and breaking the stigma. And what inspired me to create Beluga Pods is based on kind of my personal story. So I was working in London, and then I suddenly had my life upturned when I suddenly had kind of a virus, and then I suddenly couldn't walk, and my vision was constantly swirling, and my whole life was upturned basically, and it was during COVID. So I then moved to Cornwall, and I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do in these situations where your life's upturned? Like, where do you go other than a doctor, I guess? I had a great support system, like friends, family, even work, and I still felt very isolated because I just didn't know who to speak to. And even though my friends were checking in all the time, when you're going through something like that, it can be quite isolating. So that's what started it. And then I went looking online thinking, surely I can find people going through the same thing. And I struggled. It was lack of safety, inundated with fake profiles. There's a huge stigma and a huge disconnect. And it's just really hard to find people. And you'd think that we could, but we couldn't. Then I looked into it more, and I found that there's a huge loneliness crisis. And it really shocked me how quite a lot of people don't have close friends. We just don't have that kind of community feel. And I was just like, this needs to change. And for some reason, I just had extreme passion about it. And I just thought something needs to be done. And that's when I started Beluga. And it's been a journey, a painful journey, but we've kind of adapted with people we've spoken to. And we found that loneliness is very, very complex.
I want to go back slightly to the sort of connected bit, because on Beluga Pod's website, you guys say, we don't feel connected in this connected age. I think there's wording on that about the connected age. I mean, what are your sort of experiences? I mean, if you're happy to share personally, with that, and how the sort of irony involved in that.
Yeah, like we live in this connected world. You can connect to people that you meet and you have them in your life, but you're actually not connected to them because you just would never reach out again. Or if you do, there's just always a gap. Like you never meet up for that coffee. Like there's massive issues there. And I think there's a lot of shame attached to it. Like people don't want to show that they want to have the time. They want to seem that they're busy and they always have things, whereas actually quite a lot of people don't. And it is just a case of people do feel disconnected and finding, and also people have these kind of surface level interactions, and it is hard to make these kind of deeper connections, especially as an adult. So it is challenging unless you have really close friends from university or school. As an adult, it is really difficult to make friends.
Well, in my experience of like going through uni, I find it really easy when I'm in an institution to connect with people, right? So you have that experience of childhood in school, and then you go into college, and then uni, and then like work is pretty easy. As soon as institutions are ripped away from you, which you sort of feel after uni in particular, for me at least, those spaces, those third spaces to connect with people and to build friendships and build relationships and things like that, are completely ripped away. And you look at like the trends of youth centers becoming less and less built every year, and then being destroyed in some cases around London, and that third place doesn't exist anymore. And you would think like digital worlds and social media sort of opens up that, but really I feel like it has the complete inverse effect. And
no, it's true, and it sucks. It does. And also the financial barrier as well. Like you just breathe in this society and you spend £20. Like it's insane. Like there's no like way of making friends cheaply anymore, and the weather as well. So it's just, we need to think of ways that are affordable and to remove those barriers, because then people don't do things, and then they get into a cycle, and then it's hard to get out of it. And it's helping people build the social skills, get out their comfort zone, but in a way that meets their needs, removing these anxieties such as financial, which is a major one, especially in the current climate. So, and I think obviously social media as well creates this thing that everyone can afford everything, and it's not the case. Beluga Pods is we're tackling loneliness, as I said, and we're trying to break the stigma and make it kind of a cool brand about something stigmatizing, because we all can feel lonely at some point in our lives, and it's just how can we deal with it, and how has it become a normal feeling? And this is what frustrates me, it's like if you're hungry, we eat, and if we're tired, we sleep. When we feel lonely or sad, or you're struggling, you are like, society kind of tells you, suck it up, just get over it, just carry on with life, which is obviously what we have to do, but also it's okay to feel like that. And it's also to know where to go in certain situations to reduce the overwhelm and help you get to a place where you feel happier and you feel less lonely. And I think there's a real power in saying it's okay to feel like that, and a lot of people do, especially on our videos as well. You can just see how everyone can feel it. It's a normal human emotion, and that's kind of what we want to do as a brand. And then we have our app to help people reconnect and instill a bit of positivity, to help people get outside their comfort zone, but in a way that's not overwhelming. And with that, it can help tackle loneliness. So if anyone's interested in Beluga Pods, like please follow us on our socials, on our LinkedIn, but also on our Instagram. We are like launching some video series on that, and it'd be great to get you involved. And also sign up on our website to be the first to hear about our app, which is going to be launching very, very soon. And we can add you as potential first users of the app, which is super exciting and a unique opportunity. We really truly believe that we can make this the next big app that actually helps people. So sign up basically, please.
I think it thrives in silence. I think loneliness thrives in those quiet moments, and when we don't talk about it, it grows bigger and it grows more daunting and it grows heavier. So that's why I've made this video today, and that's why I've talked about my feelings. So thank you very much for watching. If you ever want to reach out, have a conversation about stuff like this, my DMs and things like that are always open. Just feel free to reach out. Thank you very much for watching, listening and hearing me. And yeah, I'll see you soon.